Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Briefly giving the gist of something. A summary formulation of a wide-ranging subject. A brief statement that presents the main points in a concise form. He gave a summary of the conclusions. Performed speedily and without formality. A summary execution. Briefly giving the gist of something. A compact style is brief and pithy. A signed written agreement between two or more parties, nations, to perform some action. A small cosmetics case with a mirror, to be carried in a woman's purse. A small and economical car. Having a short and solid form or stature. A wrestler of compact build. Make more compact by or as if by pressing. Compress into a wad. Squeeze or press together. Have the property of being packable or of compacting easily. This powder compacts easily. Closely and firmly united or packed together. Compact soil. Briefly giving the gist of something. A short and compendious book. Briefly giving the gist of something. Succinct comparisons. A brief statement that presents the main points in a concise form. Performed speedily and without formality. A membrane that is stretched taut over a drum. Expressing much in few words. A concise explanation. Not having official authority or sanction. A sort of unofficial mayor. Not officially established. The early election returns are unofficial. Computer science. A line of code written as part of a computer program. A fact or assertion offered as evidence that something is true. A document showing credits and debits. The act of affirming or asserting or stating something. A message that is stated or declared. A communication, oral or written, setting forth particulars or facts, etc. According to his statement, he was in London on that day. A nonverbal message. A Cadillac makes a statement about who you are. Music, the presentation of a musical theme. The initial statement of the sonata. A shortened version of a written work. Not representing or imitating external reality or the objects of nature. A large abstract painting. A sketchy summary of the main points of an argument or theory. Make off with belongings of others. A concept or idea not associated with any specific instance. He loved her only in the abstract, not in person. Consider a concept without thinking of a specific example. Consider abstractly or theoretically. Consider apart from a particular case or instance. Let's abstract away from this particular example. Dealing with a subject in the abstract without practical purpose or intention. Abstract reasoning. Existing only in the mind, separated from embodiment. Abstract words like truth and justice. Give an abstract of. A course of reasoning aimed at demonstrating a truth or falsehood. The methodical process of logical reasoning. A fact or assertion offered as evidence that something is true. It was a strong argument that his hypothesis was true. A discussion in which reasons are advanced for and against some proposition or proposal. The argument over foreign aid goes on and on. A summary of the subject or plot of a literary work or play or movie. The editor added the argument to the poem. A contentious speech act. A dispute where there is strong disagreement. They were involved in a violent argument. Computer science. A reference or value that is passed to a function, procedure, subroutine, command, or program. A variable in a logical or mathematical expression whose value determines the dependent variable. If f, x, equals y, x is the independent variable. The act of surrendering, usually under agreed conditions. They were protected until the capitulation of the fort. A document containing the terms of surrender. A summary that enumerates the main parts of a topic. A shortened version of a written work. Enclose in a capsule. Put in a short or concise form. Reduce in volume. A spacecraft designed to transport people and support human life in outer space. A pilot seat in an airplane that can be forcibly ejected in the case of an emergency. Then the pilot descends by parachute. A dry dehiscent seed vessel or the spore containing structure of e.g. mosses. A pill in the form of a small rounded gelatinous container with medicine inside. A small container. A structure that encloses a body part. A publication containing a variety of works. A concise but comprehensive summary of a larger work. A shortened version of a written work. The process or result of becoming smaller or pressed together. The act of increasing the density of something. Atmospheric moisture that has condensed because of cold. Psychoanalysis. An unconscious process whereby two ideas or images combine into a single symbol, especially in dreams. The process of changing from a gaseous to a liquid or solid state. An overall summary. A summary of your academic and work history. A summary of your academic and work history. Being 5 more than 100. A summary of the scoring in a game, usually in tabular form. A summary of the subject or plot of a literary work or play or movie. A sketchy summary of the main points of an argument or theory. A schematic or preliminary plan. Draw up an outline or sketch for something. Describe roughly or briefly or give the main points or summary of. Sketch the outline of the book. Trace the shape of. The line that appears to bound an object. A general summary of a subject. The treasurer gave a brief overview of the financial consequences. A sketchy summary of the main points of an argument or theory. Make a summary of. Short descriptive summary of events. Return to a previous location or condition. The painting resumed its old condition when we restored it. Take up or begin anew. We resumed the negotiations. Give a summary of. A summary of your academic and work history. Assume anew. Resume a title. A summary list, as in e.g. a news roundup. The activity of gathering livestock together so that they can be counted or branded or sold. The systematic gathering up of suspects by the police. A mass roundup of suspects. A concluding summary, as in presenting a case before a law court. Short descriptive summary, of events. A brief literary description. Make a sketch of. Sketch the building. Preliminary drawing for later elaboration. A humorous or satirical drawing published in a newspaper or magazine. Describe roughly or briefly or give the main points or summary of. Sketch the outline of the book. The final aggregate. The arithmetic operation of summing. Calculating the sum of two or more numbers. The summation of 4 and 3 gives 7. A concluding summary, as in presenting a case before a law court. Physiology. The process whereby multiple stimuli can produce a response, in a muscle or nerve or other part, that one stimulus alone does not produce. A concluding summary, as in presenting a case before a law court. Short descriptive summary, of events. The act of looking or seeing or observing. His survey of the battlefield was limited. Consider in a comprehensive way. Hold a review, of troops. A detailed critical inspection. Keep under surveillance. Look over carefully or inspect. He surveyed his new classmates. Make a survey of, for statistical purposes. Plot a map of, land.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.